Next on our agenda then is 2010 summer school course offerings.
Just fill them out.
Good evening. Dan and I are here just to ask for approval for the 2010 summer school program. We've worked over the last few months to find a more unified and consistent 4K through 12th grade program. We are doing a registration form that is consistent across the board for K through 12th grade this year. And you'll see that you have actually 3 brochures. One is just 4K classes, so that those brochures were sent to our 4K sites.
Pull up on the screen at all, or?
The entire booklet one, if you wanted to. The entire booklet, that one has 4K 12, all the classes in, and then there's a separate high school brochure that is available for high school students. You'll see many of the very same classes that were here last year, and also a few additions. And tonight I would also like to be able to get approval for an overnight field trip at our school forest. One of our classes is going to utilize the school forest area this summer, and they'd like to spend the night in the outdoor classroom there. We're not going to sleep under the stars. I feel a little more safe if we have our tents inside the building. So I would like approval for that tonight if I could. And registration does start tomorrow. We've had numerous phone calls of when the brochures are coming out and when they'll be online and when registration is, but we'll be in full gear by 8:01 tomorrow morning, so stop by if you have nothing else to do. And then the last time we talked, I did mention that the program is going to be 5 weeks this year, and it's July 6th through August 5th, and we'll be offering 4 classes every day at the middle school for our 4K through 8th grade classes. And then Dan's just going to inform you a little bit about the high school programs and their dates.
Thank you. I want to thank Michelle for helping unify all of our registration materials this year as we get to something that's going to be universal across our district. Our dates for the remedial courses this year will run from June 14th through July 22nd, staying with the same 6 weeks that we did last year. The only thing different this year is we're taking the Timberwolf transition portion out because according to the surveys those kids did last year, they wish to have it at a later date. And so we thought that was a very good idea, so we moved that to August 16th to the 19th for 4 days. That way they can get fired up about those programs and maybe generate a little more energy going into transitioning to the high school. So one thing too that I felt pertinent to share, being that last year was our first year with summer school remedial going to 6 weeks at the high school, the summer school dollar figures, and our actual cost last year was $30,211. This year our estimated cost based on a few more enrollment students will be about $35,226. And that number could be a little bit high. It'll probably come in down a little bit low, but we want to be kind of conservative in case we had a lot more students where we had to have a couple extra instructors. So.
Just to give you an idea, when Mr. Jackson came here last year, the estimate was $47,000, and the actual was $30,000. So again, time has given us the ability to narrow it down.
I think as the further we go with the 6 week program, we'll see more of a consistency about what our numbers actually are. So.
I like this expansion.
There are very few things that in the district being so new to the board that I can just get real excited about. My 8-year-old loved this program so much last year. He looked forward to it every single day, and I thank you guys for putting the time into it that you do. On the brochures, it mentions that lunch and breakfast are provided. It uses the term for free. Is that something that's given to us by an outside entity, or does the district pay for that?
No, that's a state and federal program.
Okay.
Whether they're free and qualify for free or reduced or not.
Yep, everybody gets it. Got
Everybody.
It just has to be offered at a site that offers during the regular school year free or reduced lunches.
Do we bill them, or how did we?
Do we bill them?
You have to do a student count. You have
We
to
do.
turn in.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
he
then we
develops a
get
budget
reimbursed.
for it, and he has to turn that in and
Okay.
submit claims for it.
Do you need a motion on this?
Are there any overnight field trips from the?
Not for remedial high school, no. I really want to stay overnight with a group of math kids.
So you need two motions. You need one on this and a second one for the other thing that
the
Michelle
overnight.
mentioned?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, and you're going to stay at, you said the school forest, is that the newly built building that we have? Very good. Well, you'll be not too far out of town then. There are VA police right there. So.
I was just laughing.
Not that they would ever be needed.
No.
You can do it with one motion.
Okay.
It's you
right.
want to make certain it's understand we approve the summer school courses as presented also with the approval of the one for the overnight trip.
With the overnight.
In Baldwin, too.
Sure, I'll motion that, as stated by Bob.
Second.
Okay. We have a motion and a second then to approve the, all of our summer school programming for this summer, along with the overnight option at the school forest. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you, and thank you again for all your help.
Thanks for
Your all your work.
unifying all this.
This is great.
Taking this home, filling it out so I can turn it in the morning.
Again, probably.
I'm sorry, who had the second motion?
It was Joan.
Joan.